covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
La pace sia con tutti voi.
History made at the Vatican today. We hear from members of our community celebrating the first ever American Pope. Plus, new at 6, the state wants to spend more money to better educate our kids. We show you what's headed to our area. But first, the Ishi wolf pack is on the move, causing concern in another local county. Wolves are making their presence known in Tehama County. Action News Now reporter Nathan Espandula spoke with representatives and ranchers to learn how this could impact your family and your livestock.
We have a pest that is hurting the cattlemen, and I would like to see something done.
My County Agricultural Commissioner Tom Moss told me that a pack of 3 wolves has recently established itself in Tehama County. Moss also explained that wolves are currently a protected species under state and federal law. So even if a wolf attacks a rancher's cattle, they are legally not allowed to do anything about it. You can only shoot a wolf to protect a human life. Something that a local rancher told me he thinks isn't fair.
I think you should be allowed to protect your livestock, your pets, you know, or either be compensated for your losses, you know. It's not right.
I also spoke with Tehama County Sheriff Dave Kane, and he told me that because of the wolf's status as a protected species, not much can be done to deter them. However, Sheriff Kane did emphasize that his department will do whatever it takes to keep the community safe.
At the end of the day, I'm going to do the right thing, and I'm going to ask my staff to do the right thing, even though if necessarily it's a protected animal. If it's causing risk to the public, we're going to take care of that threat.
I also spoke with Congressman Doug LaMalfa, and he said that he is aware of the situation and that he's even reached out to the governor with his concerns. LaMalfa also said that he is taking steps at a federal level to change the gray wolf's protected status.
We hope at the federal level to delist the gray wolf and take the rug out from underneath the states that want to continue to act like this is somehow an endangered species. And if we can get that delisting done, then their argument has gotten a lot weaker.
In Red Bluff, I'm Nathan Espandula for Action News Now.
Following a February 2022 court order, gray wolves became protected under the Endangered Species Act, with the exception of the northern Rocky Mountain population. New details in the CHP chase that ended in arrest in Redding. The Shasta County District Attorney's Office says the suspect's name is Jeffrey Dean Bembry. We told you Tuesday afternoon when Bembry was pulled over near the Mountain Gate off-ramp on I-5. Officials say he pointed an AR-15 rifle at CHP officers, then sped off. After exiting I-5 at Oasis Road, Bembry was taken into custody. The district attorney says he faces 6 felony charges, including 2 counts of assault with a semi-automatic on a firefighter and fleeing from police while driving recklessly. He'll be in court May 20th to enter a plea. New at 6, new developments in the case of a Chico man arrested on new rape and assault charges. He pleaded not guilty. The Butte County District Attorney says Eduardo Herrera was convicted of another rape in San Joaquin County and was later released on parole to Chico last May. DA Ramsey says he met a woman through an online dating app, Herrera did, in downtown Chico, where he later raped her last month. If convicted, he faces a 25 to life sentence, and he'll be back in court May 21st. Today, history was made as that white smoke billowed from the chimney of the Sistine Chapel, signaling 69-year-old Cardinal Robert Prevost's selection as the first American-born pope.
Habemus Papam.
He will take on the name of Pope Leo XIV. He's the 267th pope, and he will look over the Vatican's powerful office of bishops of the Catholic Church. His first words as Pope Francis's successor, "Peace be with you." The conclave voted, the vote there achieved in just 2 days. It surprised people across the world and here at home, too. Action News Now reporter Blake Mayfield is live in Redding. So, Blake, how are people there reacting to news of this new pope?
Well, Haley, I can tell you this. It was pure joy here earlier today at the St. Joseph Catholic School, right across the street from the St. Joseph Catholic Church. One teacher told me that she was grateful that all of her students could watch it together as a class on TV. She said it felt more like a lesson in history more than anything else.
We did a whole geography lesson to kind of understand where he came from and how it's usually, from Europe. And so the fact that we have one from Chicago, and they were like, oh, and they all could relate to that because they understood where Chicago was.
Father Eric Lofgren, a pastor here at St. Joseph Catholic Church, told me in a statement that it's a blessing to have an American Pope, adding that it's another showing of how God works in mysterious ways. Reporting live in Reading, I'm Blake Mayfield, Action News Now.
Thanks, Blake. Before being elected Pope, Prevost served as leader of the Vatican office for bishop appointments. Born in Chicago, newly dubbed Leo XIV, spent many years working in Peru, where he served as Bishop of Chiclayo. He's a member of the Augustinian religious order, which he also led for more than a decade as their prior general. President Donald Trump called the historic selection a great honor for the country. And we are going to give you a live look at downtown Chico in just a moment. Well, maybe we won't, but we are tracking conditions, not just in downtown Chico, but all across our region. There it is. A lot of people headed home from work. And streets, though, not too busy tonight, and certainly no weather impacts on the road. Howie,
It looks really
it's just
empty
hot out there.
Yeah, maybe they're taking advantage of the hot weather by going to their own pool in the backyard,
Maybe.
or going somewhere to cool down, because beautiful weather out there. Winds have subsided after being on the windy side. Just a few days ago, we were gusting away to up to 46 miles per hour, but since then, winds have dwindled down. But maybe you want some of that wind to keep you a little cooler and stir that air up as temperatures have begun climbing. Okay, here's what we have for our humidity levels. We know we get to 15 or below. Dangerous in times of fire danger. Right now, really not as big of a deal because we are still drying out those soils and those roots. Right now, we are okay and on the safe side. Here's our temperatures above average. We should be about 81 to 82, but we are going to go above that and then some over the course of the next 2 days before a prominent cool down. We'll talk all about it in just a few minutes, Haley.
Okay, sounds like a good break. Thanks, Howie. The Orland Fire Protection District wants more money to keep the community safe. The Fire Protection District says, the chief says that it will go from $20 a house and 4 cents an acre to about $56 a house and 14 cents an acre. The increase would bring the annual budget for the district from $150,000 to $270,000 a year. If it doesn't get enough votes, though, it does have to be voter approved. It could cost the district in more ways than one, according to the chief.
The fire district would have to try to figure out how to balance their revenue versus their expenses, which is every year starting to become a little bit more lopsided. So they'd have make some hard decisions what things would have to be cut in order to continue to run a balanced budget.
Chief Cheney says the cost of a fire engine has tripled over the last 10 years. The money from the assessment would help cover costs of equipment, maintenance, and services. A community meeting will be held at the Orland Fire Department on May 13th at 6 p.m. You can ask questions and learn more about the assessment before those ballots go out on the 15th. The Willows Volunteer Fire Department just had a similar assessment approved, and the Artois Volunteer Fire Department is in the process of sending out their assessment. Congressman Doug LaMalfa is introducing a bill to improve wildfire response. It's called the Forest Protection and Wildland Fire Safety Act, and it aims to ensure aerial fire retardant is available for wildfire suppression, bypassing delays by the Clean Water Act. It's a bipartisan effort involving 8 California Congress members. LaMalfa says the act cuts through red tape to help stop the spread of wildfires. If you live in Paradise, heads up, in about 1 hour, crews will be out working on the Paradise Pipeline project. Night work begins on Elliott Road from Maxwell Drive to Skyway. That's what you see there highlighted in blue. It will be closed from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. except to business access through May 23rd. Coming up, new at 6, the state's investing more money in public schools. We show you which local districts will get a cut. Plus, how a bear found its way into a family's SUV in Forest Ranch.
I wasn't really frightened because, I mean, we were inside the house. We were more so really worried about the bear because the car was super fogged up.
The car burglary caught on camera. That's straight ahead.